Somos Kids. I'm Miss Patty, and today I'm going to tell you a story about two sisters who are going to have a special guest over to their house for dinner. If I were having someone special over to my house for dinner, you know what I would want to have? Jay Burns. I could eat Jay Burns every day of the week. What's your favorite meal to have? On the count of 3, say it with me. 1, 2, 3. What's your favorite meal? Now, if you were going to have someone over for dinner, you would want to make sure your house was ready. You would want to make sure that you cook the food, prepare the house by cleaning. I'm sure you all have chores you're in charge of doing at home. You might want to change into a nice outfit. You'd want to take out the trash. There are a lot of things you'd need to do to get ready. So, like I said, today I want to tell you about two sisters named Mary and Martha who had a very special dinner guest coming to their house. The most special guest ever. This is the most awesome person that you could ever imagine, and then the person's even awesomer. That's because the person coming over for dinner was Jesus. I told you it was a special guest, and if you didn't know, Jesus was God. As you're listening to this story, try to imagine what it would be like to be in Mary and Martha's shoes. Then think about which sister you think you would be like. Ready? Here we go. This story is from the Bible in Luke chapter 10, verses 38 to 40. Jesus and his disciples planned to stop in the city of Bethany and have dinner at the home of Mary and her sister, Martha. Mary and Martha were already friends of Jesus, and they knew how important he was. When Jesus got to the home of Mary and Martha, Mary sat at the Lord's feet, listening to him. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to Jesus and asked, "Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do all the work by myself? Tell her to help me." "Martha, Martha," the Lord answered, "you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed. Only one thing. Mary has chosen to do what is better, and it will not be taken away from her." Martha did what a lot of us would do if we were preparing a meal for a special guest. Think about what your grown-ups do to prepare when you are having people over for dinner. They cook and clean and get everything prepared, just like Martha did. So tell me this, when you heard this story, did you think Mary was right or wrong for not helping Martha with the chores? What about Martha? She thought her sister Mary was wrong for doing nothing, so she tried to get her in trouble. Have you ever done that? Be honest. I know I did that to my brother. So Martha wanted Mary to get in trouble, but Jesus didn't respond the way Mary or Martha thought he would. Instead of getting upset with Mary for not helping her sister, Jesus told Mary she wasn't wrong at all. In fact, he said that Mary did the most important thing she could have possibly done. She sat at his feet and spent time with him. Now, Jesus didn't say that Martha was bad or that she was doing anything wrong by preparing for their meal and getting the house ready. He just said that Mary chose to do something that was even better. We all get distracted and have things in our lives that keep us busy. But the most important thing we can do with our time is to spend time with Jesus. That's what Jesus wanted Mary to do. And that's what Jesus wanted Martha to do. And it's what he wants you to do too. The most important thing we can do with our time is to sit at Jesus' feet and listen to what he says. Because I tend to forget this really important lesson sometimes, I love that Jesus reminds us about what's most important. Over and over again, like he does in this story, Jesus reminds us that no matter what's going on in our lives, what we have on our to-do lists, or what we have distracting us. Oh, a squirrel. That we can spend time with God. And that is really good news.